Well, welcome to episode 15 of The Drive Home.
17.
Mother-
Keep it.
That you need to keep.
Welcome to episode 17 of The Drive Home. We're a group of gays who go to the movies and review them on the drive home. We should first probably introduce ourselves. I'm Jason.
I'm David.
I'm Michael.
I'm Todd.
I'm Matt/Taco.
I'm Jose. And I'm Nate, the summer intern.
Well, we just left the movie A Quiet Place, day one. And before David gives us a 30-second synopsis of the movie we just saw, we're going to read some comments, as we always do, from our multitude, Taco, of followers and subscribers.
That's right. I think we're approaching that 600 eventually. Wait,
think
no,
you mean
500.
Don't get ahead of yourself now.
Well, we're still approaching
By the
600
time this
by a fair
episode-
margin.
By the time this episode comes out, I'm confident we'll be close to that 600.
Okay.
6.
Maybe it's
Wow.
live.
So send it to your friends, families.
Where all can they watch and hear The Drive Home, Matthew?
Instagram, sometimes Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. Like and subscribe. Watch
MySpace.
it all.
Truth Social.
Truth Social. We're huge in Truth Social.
That's where Marjorie finds us.
Oh my goodness.
Tracks us down.
All right, well, here's a few comments. Backseat drivers?
Oh,
There's 3, so you have
hopefully I
to
don't
fight
Steve
amongst
Harvey
yourselves.
this.
Do you need your readers?
No, I'm okay. At Grampy319 says, I used my drive home discount code for my new Hove Round wheelchair.
The hover round.
Hover Round wheelchair. And as promised, I got $0 off the final price. What a deal. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.
I love Hove rounds.
Yeah.
Well, that's related to...
Well, there was only one R.
That's how it's spelled, bro.
Well, I saw rounds, so it's
Hover.
like love round.
We love you, Hover Round.
Love you.
Yeah, they were our
Love you.
sponsor last week, and they gave a special discount code. If you use the Drive Home to purchase your hover round, you get 0%
We're getting
off.
discount
Yeah.
codes now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
legit.
Swipe up.
All right. So our next comment is that from @Joshy45II, or is that the second? Says, I love that your show is on Spotify. I can listen on my commute now. Most of you are awesome. Wow. I love your vlog.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Did he mention who he thought was
yeah.
not
Who's
awesome?
the odd one out?
No.
I think we have to vote ourselves.
Who in the group do you trust the least? Okay.
Well, thanks, Joshy.
Josh.
Yeah, go.
Thanks,
The
Joshy.
second.
I'm nervous now that I'm the one that's.
Yeah, Joshy,
Not
let us
liked.
know
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
you don't
Is it
like.
because my summary was over 30 seconds?
Probably.
Okay. @ToddBod says,
Oh,
Wow.
both J-Lo and Taylor Swift should never act again.
Oh.
I don't care what Michael and David say, and there's about 7 exclamation points.
At least J-Lo has some good movies. Taylor Swift hasn't been in one good movie.
Oh,
cats?
Cats.
Excuse you?
And she's writing a movie, I believe.
I bet you her movie that she's
Taylor
writing
Swift
will
is-
be good.
And is
She's a
she
good
going to
writer.
star in it?
Let's hope not.
Probably.
Todd Bod? Was that?
Todd Bod, yeah.
Was that? No, definitely not you, right?
Not me. I mean, that's not my AOL screen name from high school.
You're just Todd and you have the bod?
Anyway, well, thanks to all the folks who have commented, both not nice and nice.
Yeah, we love all kinds of comments.
All comments. All
Comments are welcome.
So we'll cue the intro, and then David will give us a synopsis of A Quiet Place, day one.
All right, so we saw A Quiet Place Day 1. A Quiet Place Day 1, starring Lupita Nyong'o. It is a prequel to A Quiet Place, the other 2 movies. And it's about the first day when the aliens come to New York City. And Lupita's character wants to get pizza. And so she goes to find pizza. And that's where we'll leave it.
Well, thank you, David. I hope
I don't know
we
if I
can
heard you because
hope
there
we
were some
can-
Skittles.
hear that over that Skittles. I don't know
was
how
your
that's
best-
gonna work.
That was
can
your best-
subtitle it.
best recap
subtitles.
yet.
I should have written it on a pad. Like
Yeah.
should have had my whole
mouth the
summary ready
words.
to go.
Well, thank you, David. That was a very your quietest synopsis, certainly.
Gotta
quick.
survive.
So as we sometimes do, we're going to show our preview rating when we saw a preview for A Quiet Place to see how we rated it for the preview versus how we rated it in person. So we'll show that now with thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways. And then on the count of 3, are you ready to?
Yes, we're ready.
Oh, all right.
We ready?
1, 2, 3.
I mean, I thought it was thumbs up. It followed the, story of the previous Quiet Places, and it was a simple story to tell the beginnings. And I thought the way that they just made it a simple story, like that was
Yeah.
it didn't need to be anything,
Uh-huh.
and so it was
I
highly
liked how
entertaining.
they honed in on just a couple characters, because I think the issue with a lot of third movies in a series or prequels is they try to go bigger, and I
Right.
think dialing it down and giving us just a few characters to focus on, you can really get connected to them. And it was actually a very emotional, quiet place compared to the other two. I found myself kind of getting a little, emotional toward the end.
I thought the only reason I gave it thumbs sideways was was because I felt like it all took place in like 24 hours. And I felt like there was so much more to that story. Like we could have had a week or 2 or a month like of people surviving. And I felt like it was just too small of a microscope into the bigger picture of it all. I would have preferred a bigger arc.
It was called Day One.
Right, but I figured. I know, but I figured. No, sassy Mapassy. Can we eject the trunk? Is that a possibility?
I wish I had that.
Michael's just mad because he couldn't eat his Skittles at full volume during the movie.
I did and tried. No, I know it was called Day One, but I also felt like Day One also means like just the beginnings, right? Not like it's all just one day's worth of a movie.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, they did a nice job with it though, because they didn't make it over the top. Like they didn't have to crash a helicopter into a bomb factory
Right.
and kill everyone. Like it was just
There's
simple.
still enough action.
You're right. Simple monsters crashing through the entire city of New York.
I'm shocked you
Very-
gave it a thumb sideways with a cat as one of the main characters.
Well, the
Yeah.
cat was honestly the only reason I was into the movie.
Okay.
Did we know if there was a name for the cat? in
Frodo.
the-
Frodo.
No, but in the
Oh.
actual
I
cast, like
should
what's
have looked it
Frodo's
up.
real name?
Oh, maybe
Gizzy?
Spotty.
Squiggle.
That was a
Squiggle Mesh?
well trained cat.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I think some of it was CGI just for the comment.
yeah, probably.
Probably
but
the water scenes.
Oh no, those were real. It's a scuba diving certified cat.
Oh,
Scuba surf.
yeah, that cat
Didn't
would
know.
have scratched some eyes out when it went for a swim.
Long swim.
oh my gosh.
I
But
know.
let's be real, that cat was friggin' adorable.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
super
very
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
Well,
It might.
it ran off too much on its own.
But it kept coming back. It was loyal.
You know who would not have survived A Quiet Place Day One besides yourself, Michael?
Gizmo.
Your cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It meows, 4 or 5 hours.
No,
before
first
it's
of all, he
dinner
would have
time.
starved to death. It was one day.
Well, I
Those
also,
2 cans wouldn't have been enough for
I also
Gizzy.
think Todd would have put a speaker tied around its neck and threw him out the window. Go,
Eat
Gizzy,
up.
go.
Uh-oh.
So Matt, why were you with them sideways?
Yeah.
I don't think this movie needed to be made. I know it's probably controversial, maybe opinion, but I don't think you find out anything new about the monsters
No.
or anything. We kind of already knew their origin. We knew what they do and all that. So to me, it didn't. Going into it, I was probably going to be thumbs down because I thought it'd be good, but I just didn't think it'd be needed. However, everything you guys said about the emotions and stuff was good. So I moved from here maybe to here.
Okay.
I didn't see the second one, so did we know that they can't survive in water already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That
But
was a
the
big
second
plot
one?
point of the second one.
Okay.
I will say the second is still my favorite. It's
Oh.
definitely the most exciting and builds on the mythology of the first.
I actually agree with you, David. A sequel that was better than the original.
Yes.
They did a good job, though. I mean, they did a good job. I just don't think it needed to be made. And I was kind of like, okay, cool.
Agreed.
You
Summer
jumped.
intern?
Yeah, that is a good point. I feel like I didn't learn anything new at all. If anything, made it a little more confusing. How did they get off Manhattan if the whole point was to keep them contained there and blowing up the bridges? We didn't really find that out, did they? Or did we?
Yep. Maybe
Well,
that'll be day 2.
I think as that person was listening to the radio, they were talking about all the other cities
Yeah,
that
the
the
globe
monsters
Oh,
land in.
true.
Yeah. So I think it was a worldwide.
It's kind of a
Yeah,
dumb,
that globe
that
with
was
all the
kind of
labels
dumb
on
to
it.
blow
Yeah,
up the
agreed.
bridge.
Also,
then.
interesting
Yeah.
when they were spoiler alert, when they were escaping on the tugboat. Do you think the tugboat should have been tooting and making a lot of noise?
I thought maybe that was to try and draw them into the water and kill them. That's how I took it.
Although, how did the one survive swimming in the subway for so
It did.
long?
Well, I mean, it died pretty fast.
After like 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Like, yeah, it died
yeah.
fast.
I mean, he gave a big fight though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was nipping at the feet.
You wanted that cat.
I think when they initially landed, why didn't like helicopters go over the city and try to draw them with noise to one area so people could exit another?
Correct.
Like I just felt like there was
Like
not a
shoot
very well
bombs at a park.
coordinated plan. Yeah.
But it is day 1, so they didn't have time.
Or
Yeah.
tactical planning.
They didn't
Yeah.
know the
I
strategy.
mean, they responded quick.
Yeah.
I gave it a thumbs up. I mean, just mainly because of Lupita.
She was so
Lupita is, first of all, I think she's one of the most gorgeous women on the planet. And she's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And it's
Amazing.
all of it.
She memorized all those lines.
She
All three of them?
so well.
Well, Leah Michelle was the other one considered for the role, given the lack of vocabulary needed for the role.
Reading.
Or reading for the
Reading.
part.
But they couldn't get her to stop singing.
She would have been dead
She
right away.
wasn't,
Like,
she
was
wasn't
like,
quiet
"Don't
enough for the
tell
movie.
me not to moan, blah, 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 blah," and she dies.
That's it.
I'd watch
She
that.
couldn't hold back.
That was her audition.
Don't rain on my
They
parade.
tackled her
Tell you
on
what.
her audition.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you not like the British man, Eric?
I did.
I liked him.
I
He's
liked
good.
him. I liked his character. I think he's who we all think we would be.
No.
No. Oh, God.
I'd
no.
be Lupita.
Oh,
I
I'd
would
be
have been
dead.
a dead person.
I would have been the cat.
screaming.
Yeah.
I would not have gone after that cat. I would have been like, well,
Sure.
it's time to say goodbye.
I don't know why he did that for
Yeah.
that cat.
Yeah.
Unrealistic that the cat would be that quiet that it's. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
Our cat's loud.
Maybe it
Come
had
on.
its vocal cords
But
ripped out.
well,
or
those
something.
instincts sometimes
Yeah.
pipe in, right? Like
Not
you
even
gotta-
like a, something. It's a cat.
Maybe
It was a
they figured
very
it out.
nice
I
It
know
was a
our
nice cat.
dog would not frickin' survive in that.
Also, I think all of our pets would not be survivors. Oscar is
No.
far too loud.
Actually, Wally might have been the closest to
Yeah.
survive.
When
the
it's dinner
longest.
time, he starts tip tapping.
Yeah.
He's a goner.
He'd be okay until about 6:24.
Yeah.
He could make it a good. If the aliens land right after breakfast, he's good from breakfast till probably 5:30.
And if they
Well,
can't smell breath, if they can smell breath,
4:55.
then
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah, good
He's
thing
gone.
they can't smell.
When he waddles, he kind of makes some noise on the
That's his little
ground,
tip
so,
taps. Yeah.
I have a random question, and that's like if they have to go to the bathroom.
The
There's-
aliens?
The cats?
No, the
People.
people.
I was thinking that too.
How do they go to the bathroom?
It was
Because
all-
it makes a sound.
Do you make a lot of noise when you go to the bathroom?
I think everyone makes a sound if
Number
you
two
try
and
or
number
not.
one.
Either.
Well, for sure, everyone who had Chipotle on day one
Dead.
was dead by day two.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
From,
just?
from a parasite, actually.
But it is a little disappointing that they didn't show kind of like some of those survival things.
You want
You
to?
want-
You want to watch?
wanna
You
watch
want to watch
some
people
shit?
shit?
It would have been fun a scene if someone was
That
like
one's a scene.
peeing and then they
And they
get.
got taken out.
Come on, that would
Like
have been
Jurassic
kind of
Park
fun.
on
I
the-
was
on
just
the
gonna
toilet?
say that.
Yeah, what if someone
know.
ripped ass
Ripped a
and
good
then,
one.
like the monster came?
It would have been a nice comedic relief moment.
It'd been realistic too, because you know
That's
there's
what I'm
some gassy
saying.
people in New York City.
Or like a nervous toot. New York City.
And you're just
A nervous
holding your breath,
dude.
but a nervous too.
The makers of Scary Movie 5. That's a gag you need to put.
I mean,
Yeah.
Anna Faris on the toilet.
Right.
yes.
Nervous queef, and she just.
In come the monsters.
Well, overall, I think we mostly liked it. Just
Yeah.
a couple folks were disappointed, but
But it was not bad.
It's
by
entertaining,
any
right?
I
means.
wouldn't say disappointed.
I just think
I-
the other movies in the series
Just-
were better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there alive people in the church, or were they all dead?
they were alive.
I think they were alive,
Okay.
but I thought the
They were
same
just
thing.
quiet.
Very well behaved.
How? Okay, wait. The tunnel.
Candles.
The tunnel that they go through the water.
The subway tunnel into the
it
church.
reaches into the church.
Well,
There must have
someone
been-
had busted a hole through it.
I feel like the aliens popped
Yeah.
up through
Yeah.
there, or they
The
popped
aliens
down. or-
ransacked the church and
Yeah.
I didn't know the system runs, but it's New York, so it's underground.
Yeah, yeah.
So that makes sense.
I mean,
You
that is the
subway.
last place I would have gone, underground,
The
because
subway?
yeah, because it echo. Your sound is amplified. In an
That is
enclosed
true.
space. It just seems so.
But the
counterintuitive.
water maybe.
True, maybe the water flowing, but that rat water. No, thank you.
The rat scene. Matt, you jumped the most at the rat scene.
No, it was before that. It was when the thingy came into
No, I
the
knew
window.
that.
and her
It's
dream.
her dream
was her dream.
sequence. And then the,
Yeah, you
I
said
was like,
"Holy Jesus, fuck" is what you said. Am I allowed to use that language?
You can.
Is this going on BBC? Do I
No,
need
you're-
to censor
They
myself?
were there.
Okay.
I just think when the rat walked across,
that
you
was
jumped
scary
quite high.
too. I was like,
You were like, "Blah, blah, blah."
I mean, don't rats make little noises? Like,
Well, speaking of rats, should we talk about the AMC experience tonight?
Sure. It was.
That was a great segue.
A record,
Yeah, thank you.
record-setting AMC experience of all time.
Who wants to lead off on that? It was a. It was
Why
an
don't you,
interesting-
since
Yeah.
you started it?
Yeah.
I did not start this.
He
so
finished it.
what I'll say is we were walking up the stairs. We're always in the back row when David picks a movie. We were in row P, and there were two lovely folks sitting at the edge who were in some kind of domestic fight, and were not speaking in a quiet voice. And the preview started, and it got even more heated. And the lady, tried to stand up. He threw her back down, and he stood up. And they were talking loud, and I asked in a nice way, honestly, it was nice.
It
I
was.
said, why don't you guys go out, take this outside, go outside. And he did not take kindly to that and told me to mind my own business. And Jose was sitting next to me and decided to go down and obviously alert the
The lack of
meaningless
security.
at AMC.
good job, AMC.
And this crackhead put his hands on Jose, and no one touches my baby. And I was like, take your hands off of him. And then Jose went down, and the guy followed him, and that made me nervous. And so I went down there, and then
No, you threw your popcorn bucket onto me.
yeah, I was like,
And
here,
then-
hold
Take
and
this.
this
then
now.
went-
Take
yeah,
I mean, I was
on my
scared.
white
No, no,
shirt.
you did the right thing. You
Did I
the right
stain
thing.
you?
No, there was no criticism in that.
Okay.
I was just adding to the drama.
Anyway, go ahead, Matt. You take it from there.
I followed down just to make sure if we needed some.
Because you're a bro.
Back
Some
up.
muscle. Because you're a muscle guy.
Mostly was trying to just diffuse and tell the people to walk away. There was a lot of yelling. I casually see David coming back from his popcorn refill
No,
at the time.
it was
David missed,
bathroom.
Oh, sorry.
missed the entire thing.
No
So I
refills
see
today.
David kind of strolling on by as there's this scuffle going on.
I see
And
Jason
I'm-
getting yelled at
And
by
I'm
a
like,
stranger.
David, go get security. And he's like, huh? And he
Your
just
face
turned-
was adorable.
It
You're
was.
Like, what's going on?
That face.
He was confused.
It had gone from 10% when I was in the theater. I heard them, having a little scuffle in the corner, to when I come back
Full
from the
on
bathroom, we're at 110%.
So we were ready in case there was gonna be something. The guy put his little fists up like
He
this.
did, like 1950s.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
He
but
called
scary.
me a fag, which was fun.
Yeah,
Happy
always
Pride,
fun.
folks.
Happy
Happy
Yes,
Pride.
he did. But there was a nice civilian there as well, trying to help.
Yeah.
Who were also trying to just diffuse the situation, because I do think if you were just there or someone, he would have probably done something, but because there were a lot of people,
Yeah.
I think it does help when, multiple people.
Yeah, no, I mean it was fine. Listen,
They-
he was just obviously on some kind of terrible drug and was not in his right mind.
We
Seems like a
hope
good
we
one.
hope he gets better.
Well, I don't really
We
care.
hope she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope she orders an angel shot tonight.
Yeah.
But AMC did not actually
anything.
have any person come by to check on the theater.
No.
David did go and tell
Went to the
someone.
front. I turned back around, went to the front, and got the girl at the podium, and I said, "We need some security by Auditorium 13. There is an altercation going on."
There was a bunch of people coming by the theater, and I just kept being like, "You can go in, go on in,
Please, just
Just having a kerfuffle.
just go on in."
so overall,
Enjoy
I
the
would
show.
say
Best.
good experience.
Best
That was
experience.
Interesting. Yeah. Once the movie started, fabulous.
It took me a while my heart rate to settle
Oh yeah.
after
We worked up?
the
Yeah.
scuffle.
Yeah.
There were, even though it was a quiet movie, there were some loud moments.
There were some loud moments.
you?
I was fine.
You dropped a couple Skittles, and then what I loved was there was a legit drop of something really loud.
It was the guy in
Ice.
front of us.
And it went.
It was really loud.
Everyone laughed. Yeah.
Michael passed the torch to him.
Yeah.
I guess it just wasn't that awkward for Nate and I because we're used to being threatened with Cagney and Lacey on a regular basis.
Yeah, those are the names of my fists, Cagney and Lacey.
In that same form.
You did
Same
not
thing.
put your fists up though.
No, of course I didn't.
You want to scare him.
Yeah, you were standing very
He would have fainted had he met Cagney and
One
Lacey.
time Cagney and Lacey
These nails
needed
were
to
right.
come out.
What'd you say, Nate?
The one time Cagney and Lacey, like it's appropriate for them to come out.
Yeah.
They were in their shelter.
Yeah.
They were in the
No,
quiet
No, that
place.
would have. Listen, he was all messed up. That would have only elevated a really
But
bad
to
situation.
say you got in a fist fight with a crackhead,
That's top notch.
gold.
At a
Yeah.
quiet
Yeah.
place.
I'd go watch
long
that
movies.
movie.
I would have ruined my dip manicure
nails.
for that.
I love your press-on nails.
Well,
Do not
what-
call them a press-on nail. Hold on.
They came with the apartment.
Shout out to Rosie. It's a dip.
Le dip.
Le dip.
Well, we should probably thank
You're a
thank our
dipshit.
sponsor,
Oh.
Skittles.
Yes.
They wanted to sponsor us for this special look. Yeah, look at all these Skittles.
Skittles in here.
Not only for A Quiet Place, but also Taste the Rainbow for
Happy Pride.
So
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, fag.
We
Hey, gay.
Sorry, he's been doing crack.
we felt the love today.
we did. Thank you, Skittles, for that special sponsorship.
And I think we should also be sponsored by Fisting based on today too, right?
So anyway, join us on Sunday for a special Ride and Raw, and we'll have multiple special guests there. Well, Matthew? Yes. Would you like to sing us out?
I'd love to.
Let's bow our heads.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a rocking
Like and subscribe.